This time on Highway Thru Hell.
Hold it!
Jamie's LA Rotator leads a snowy tug of war.
Wind her down.
The only mountain highway
Look out.
tests
A lot of weight back there.
Team Green's Youngblood
Be careful.
and a waterlogged delivery
Go.
is an all-out battle
Stop.
for Jason and Merv.
Oh, holy.
Anybody know if Highway 3 is open? He's wide open.
In southern British Columbia,
Highway 3, here we come.
a 40-ton rotator
That was Jamie Davis right there, wasn't it?
and Jamie Davis join traffic finally flowing through the Cascade Mountains.
Being able to get the truck out and getting back on the road is really good.
The water's just flowing across the highway.
Earlier this month, a devastating weather event
He's toast.
destroyed more than 30 miles of highway.
It's surreal and it's hard to even describe. We were so far away from the reality of our normal world.
With Highway 3 now reopened, Jamie can head hours east.
This don't look good.
To a mountain wreck.
We got a call for a major recovery job. We're talking about some big, heavy winching.
A nice looking peak you got there, bud.
For Jamie's prized iron that served the LA Fire Department.
This Rotator's 27 years old and it's my favorite truck. I can't wait to do some recoveries in the snow.
The cold climate is a whole new game
I heard it was snowing like crazy.
on a challenging road.
Highway 3 is a pretty ominous route. Lots of curves, hills, black ice.
It's not like the Coke to go over, especially if you don't know it.
With 2 other passes still closed,
There's lots of cars for essential traffic only.
the punishing southern route is the only choice.
It's like running the gauntlet. It's life and death on that highway.
On the road behind Jamie,
Is it ever getting ugly out there?
a storm is rolling in.
If you're not changed up, you're making a mistake.
Keep the momentum up, Randall. Keep the momentum up.
It's bad news for truckers
Oh, we got a load of organic oats on today.
hauling vital goods.
This is not our normal route.
One of the toughest stretches is a climb to Sunday Summit, an elevation higher than the Coca-Cola.
Come on, we can do this, we can do this. And we're all coming to a stop.
Not looking good here.
Answering the call to duty
Oh, it's good to see a green truck up here.
Queering just pulled up behind me.
is a 50-ton quiring towing wrecker
Tow truck's coming around again.
with an unusual face behind the wheel.
It's a big wrecker from what I'm used to driving. Gourd wasn't available. The Highway 3, you go in the biggest truck you can.
Coca-Cola,
Called on to pull big rigs near Sunday Summit, Kerry Quiring will need all the power he can get.
My oldest son, Kerry, unfortunately, he's about to be thrown into the frying pan.
Hey, Chuck, find out by the top here. Where's Al when you need him?
Highway 3.
We got about 6 inches of snow here.
It's all on Carey to get the only route through the mountains clear.
A little bit of snowshed protocol on Highway 3, even though they don't have snowshed there.
Okay, we'll just kind of crest the hill and pull off right at the top.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not driving, it's my son. I'm pretty stressed out because I can only be in so many places at one time.
For days, Al has been with his army of dozers, helping restore track in the Fraser Canyon.
I made a phone call to a friend of mine that works in the rail industry and mentioned I got a bunch of cats. It wasn't 2 hours later, we're headed northbound.
To the south, Al's 26-year-old son has more than 100,000 pounds on the hook.
The spinouts on Highway 3 are challenging because it's a narrow road and there's not much room.
How's that haystack super big? You make it up? No, he's getting towed up.
Guys want to be plow all the time.
Whatever way those wheels are going, that's the way he's going.
Come around that corner. Look out.
Holy crikey, that wind's cold out there.
To the east,
It's minus 14.
Jamie's LA Rotator
This truck is really not used to the snowy weather.
nears its destination.
Over the last few years, we've been slowly buying some recovery trucks.
Also en route,
Ah, beautiful, my friend.
a second heavy hitter.
Not long ago, we bought the Kenworth, which has a 40-ton wrecker on it.
A little bit nervous.
Rolling to meet Jamie,
There's high expectations when you drive the heavies.
rookie operator Brock Warrington.
I always wanted to do this, but now that I got my foot in the door, I'm just gonna take it day by day.
The wrecker business is new to him. There's definitely people that can handle this kind of stuff, and there's people that can't.
Quite the pull-off, I'm telling you. Bending in there pretty good.
Now on scene, Brock and Jamie
Well, you got the snow all cleared, eh?
join a third wrecker
Yeah, try and make things a little easier.
and operator Rick Wood.
The challenge to this is whether it's going to come out there properly when we're pulling it out.
In a snowstorm, the transport lost the road, pummeling into the ditch.
They've dug it out as much as they can.
Snow compacts, it becomes a brick wall.
But he hit the brakes, boom, and everything went that way.
One thing about this job is the truck's brand new.
Not bad damage, really. This big bumper here took a lot of the impact.
But behind the tractor
We think there's 60,000 in the container.
is no ordinary trailer.
I hear it's heavy, heavy, heavy.
The unit is made of steel.
It's not a normal trailer, it's a sea-can container loaded with peat moss on a chassis.
I don't know what the total weight would be, but, you know, a good 80,000 or over.
We're really at capacity pulling this thing out, even with 3 big trucks.
It's gonna be tough. A lot of weight.
Good luck.
There's a semi in the ditch.
On a mountain highway,
Driving, crash to the cold weather.
a heavy metal wreck.
Well, that frame's pretty delicate, but see the container?
Yeah, the container eyelet.
He'll get on there.
Yeah.
Is an extraordinary target for Jamie's team.
Yours, hook it in the same place, but on that rail on the right side.
A fully loaded container with peat moss. It's going to require some big iron to pull it out.
Designed for shipyard movement,
Containers are very strong. They take a lot of abuse.
unique pull points
Right through there, through the frame.
This side.
Yeah.
will give Jamie's crew
Right around the frame.
And then go hook into that container.
a fighting chance.
These chassis are pretty weak.
Well, they'll flex a lot.
Yeah.
The rigging points on a container, they're more durable.
He'll lift on that side.
Dry van or a reefer trailer would not take the stress like a container would.
The LA Rotators'
I'll have to get a chain up there.
first mountain test.
We're gonna have to get up to the container here so they can hook up to a top point so that I can hang on to it from flipping over.
Will be taking the lead against a total weight of 110,000 pounds.
Okay, so that's pull out right there.
There's a lot of physics to this. There's a lot of calculations. All these things add up to one big puzzle.
Thank God I'm not doing that one. There's two spun out, and one that acquiring is pulled.
To the west,
Keep her going.
Carey
Don't stop. Keep it going.
has no room for error.
Highway 3 right now is the only highway connecting Vancouver to the rest of Canada.
Busy, yes.
So I gotta do my part to keep it open.
All downhill now.
This road was never expected to have the volume of trucks that's on it today.
A second blockage,
It's gonna be a long drive.
has 2 times the normal volume of traffic.
Not even inching along right now.
At a halt.
Nothing like keeping that supply chain moving.
You're dealing with the whole West Coast for grocery service. Time is of the essence.
Yeah, this is not a good place to be.
But getting down
Is there any traffic coming westbound up the falls?
to the problem
No, we're stoked.
Okay, thank you, driver.
is a whiteout minefield.
I can see movement up ahead of the line here westbound.
Backing down on these narrow roads is tricky. You gotta use the no post for a reference point. Windy. 30K corners in some areas. It's very dangerous and very scary.
We're moving out of your way there, tow truck.
As a parent, I'm always concerned. I had to put a son up there. And that's quite worrisome.
This highway's pretty good at it for natural.
Okay, let's go.
In winters past, Carey has towed up on the Coquihalla,
You're scratching here.
but it's a much wider road.
Highway 5 is 3 lanes, so you got a lot of wiggle room.
It's a little truck that could.
Today,
Tow truck clear to come around.
the real estate is daunting.
Come around the corner.
Highway 3 is on critical overload situation. We need to get Highway 5 open.
You're not gonna go very far and you're stopping again.
Threading the needle
Oh, look at that up there.
Finally, Kerry reaches his next assignment.
Yeah, put one in that one, I'll get this one.
The stress was on me to do those pull-ups as quick and safely as possible.
Okay.
Wrangling a 90-foot B train.
You gotta stay in your lane and make sure the oncoming traffic lane is going to be able to pass you.
It's an unforgiving squeeze.
You on channel here on the falls?
On up to 8% grades.
I'm on here. Yeah, I'm on
Today was a success indeed. I've stepped up to the plate.
Corks out of the bottle.
That scope of ability for Kerry, it's blossoming definitely. He's on his way to becoming a terrific operator.
Oh, the trucks in front of me are moving. Yeah, 10-4 on that.
Yeah, we're moving. It's good. Thanks.
Let's open west and eastbound.
I could see myself in a big wrecker one day. Might be a rotator even.
Made it up there, Mr. Clearing. Thank you very much. All right, perfect. Hey, what's going on up here?
To the east,
One truck went off the road there.
Jamie and his team
We can use that as a ladder. Yep. I'll lift it up.
launch their attack
Is that good there?
against a loaded trailer made of steel.
This is definitely not something that's very commonplace. You don't see them all the time.
Rig points designed for shipyards.
Okay.
Offer options for the heavyweight recovery.
There's more spots to hook onto than a normal trailer.
Put the chain through the hole and then just back into itself.
You can either go through the container eyelets or you can go through the chassis or both.
Yeah, that's right. Then let it hang over the side. Perfect.
With two heavies on the back end, the rotator, rigged to two eyelets, will finesse the rig out with its revolving boom.
Now we gotta do the same on the bottom.
With all three of these trucks pulling, we're pretty evenly matched weight-wise.
Holy cow! Okay, I'm gonna drive up now.
But lining up for action,
Hopefully don't get too much colder there.
sub-zero temperatures are anything but ideal.
The cold weather is always a factor when you're doing a recovery, and it affects everything on the equipment.
Can you do the heating? Where's the heating?
So Jamie
We'll heat up the concrete.
fires up a roadside fix.
So the fork right into the ground.
Yeah. We need some traction for our spade. We need to heat the road up. It's cold here, right? This will help us hold these trucks back because they can actually dig into the pavement somewhat. Okay, let's get pulling. Let's get on your controls. Good to go?
The 110,000-pound pull
Okay, let's get going.
kicks off.
Boom up, Brock.
on a mountain pass.
Oh! Hold it!
Jamie's showdown
Wind her down.
with a shipping container
It's lifting the container off the chassis.
threatens to come apart.
Doing this recovery, the bogies are not following the container.
Are the pins not in? No, the pin lock isn't even on the chassis.
Worst case scenario, the container could fall off the chassis, then we have a big problem.
The boss hammers out the problem, securing the locking mechanism.
That should be good now.
We're gonna do our best to not have any more damage happen to this truck.
Okay, let's get back to pulling again.
That one's gonna be a hard one.
Round 2 of the LA Rotator's first snowy recovery begins.
Here she comes. Are you good, Brock?
Yeah, we're good.
With new hire Brock on one of the other 2 wreckers.
There's a ton of pressure on me right now, but I just want to make sure I do my job the right way.
It's a tall order.
Hey, Brock. He's green, hasn't done a lot of it. He's actually coming along really good.
Is my corner off the ground?
With heavy steel
No, you're still touching. I can't see that corner.
on the line.
Just keep watching there, yeah.
Hey, stop! I'll stop.
Hours ago, the loaded semi lost the highway.
Why do you guys reset?
Now, it needs room to land.
I'll go ahead and then he can move.
Yeah, then I'll move.
One at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it easy, slow down, and be patient.
We're gonna reset the trucks a bit further now, another 10 feet ahead, or 1 truck length anyway.
Steady Eddie wins the race.
Just make sure I don't go in traffic.
Single lane.
Watch yourself.
Does anyone know how the Fraser Valley looks today?
To the west,
Is it still wet?
the city of Abbotsford has a long road to recovery.
This being a 100-year event, a 100-year flood, this was huge.
Earlier this month,
I've never seen it like this in my life.
farmland that produces half of BC's dairy and eggs was hit hard.
It's not safe.
Today, with ground slowly drying,
You gotta go back to work. Have the road.
transports key to the community are on the move.
Thanks for the good work, folks.
So this is still quite saturated land out here.
Brian Redicop drives a feed truck, a run vital to local livestock.
As you can see on the right, just stuff everywhere. Just been demolished.
Try and keep rolling.
You see all the hard work restoring normalcy to their lives.
It's time to deliver.
We're all in, ready to unload.
At one of more than 40 chicken farms in the disaster zone.
If their feed was wet, they probably felt helpless not being able to feed their livestock.
When flooding hit, rescue efforts saved many animals. But still, more than 500,000 perished.
life and death. Animals have passed away. There's people that have lost their livelihood.
Now, drivers like Brian help farms move forward.
These animals are all counting on us to get their feed that we got on board.
But minutes away, another company's feed truck is sidelined.
That does not look good.
Days ago,
There's like 2 feet of there.
the driver crashed in high waters.
They need the rotator for that guy.
Today, Aggressive Towing's Chris Mervin
They were trying to keep all the animals alive out here, and they ended up falling off the road.
has been cleared to do the recovery.
The driver escaped. With these waters going back, we can now access into areas where we weren't allowed.
Close behind, in Aggressive's 70-ton flagship,
We're taking both rotators.
is Jamie's brother, Jason.
Farmers depend on feed trucks. We are definitely needed for the community to keep moving.
But rescuing this rig will be anything but simple.
Just get over here. That's enough room to put this back on the road.
We've got an 8 to 10 foot deep ditch, and it is spanning the ditch.
Then we're probably gonna have to rig around here with a strap and then hopefully pull it through. So that's what I'm concerned about.
The feed truck flipped more than 90 degrees into the waterlogged trench.
It's head down. It's actually rolled enough where it's leaning upside down now.
We're gonna need to get something over there, right?
Yeah.
There's a few obstacles that we're gonna have to overcome.
What we really need to do is get a pull on it and see what it's gonna do.
He got cold fast. Lost his rig up.
To the east, Jamie's crew
To be ready to go.
is at a make or break stage on a heavy metal wreck.
Brock, when you're working with other trucks, what you gotta do is you gotta watch my wrecker and his.
There's a lot of moving pieces to this deal.
If you feel you're gonna pull yourself back, stop, let him catch up. All right. He pulls too hard, give it a bit, you know?
Three heavies begin the final push to wrestle 110,000 pounds over the crest of the bank.
And recovery is unpredictable. The adrenaline rush of doing this job is what makes guys keep doing it.
Watch yourself.
Suddenly,
keep going.
A twisted rig point catches Jamie's eye.
You get that butterfly in your stomach feeling, hey, that something could go wrong here.
I got it now, Rick. Just be careful.
The first mountain recovery
They got it almost up.
for Jamie's LA Rotator has a twisted high line.
What's wrong? Nope.
Suddenly shifting.
I'm okay.
A line jerking or jumping can sometimes kick you in the pants.
with all cables settled.
Yeah, I'm all done.
Stop, Brock. I can keep pulling.
The 40-ton rotator's revolving boom.
California truck doesn't like -12, -15, but I think I've got it dialed in now.
Okay, hold on, Jamie.
Good.
I gotta stop.
Has conquered the front end.
Okay, yeah, pop her down. Pop the brakes on.
The rotator is especially helpful. Just makes it a lot more easier for us to have it here.
Okay, now I'll rip her out of there. That's good.
That worked out really well.
Yeah, no, that was good. Now we're gonna split the truck and trailer apart, tow them in together, and this job is done.
Jamie's new recruit, Brock.
It feels good to have, you know, everything out of the ditch.
Notches his first heavyweight win.
I'm getting ready to head home. That's an accomplishment.
Come on!
Watching Brock, I was very impressed. He was naturally understanding the physics of what we're doing.
The big iron
That was a big pull. That was pretty heavy.
That was a good one, yeah.
is ready to roll.
Okay, let's get out of here then. Okay.
Good.
I'm happy about the way things went. We have a great bunch of guys, probably some of the best guys we've ever had working for us.
Oh, they got it all cleaned up, driver. That was a lot of water, man.
To the west, in Abbotsford,
Okay, let's grab some chains, chain that axle. Chain that axle.
Team Aggressive mobilizes for an extreme battle.
Vehicle's overturned on the backside. You think we should be putting a 1/2 inch there, Jordan? A little more challenging because there's a little bit more oomph to pull it up.
We always use the 3/8. I don't know. Let's see if you want 1/2 inch.
I would.
In the tow industry, it's called a head-down wreck.
And I'll grab you 1/2 inch. I just worry about us, and then blam, and then.
The semi is below the horizon. Multiple lines from the two rotators need to raise it up to add rigging for the roll.
The hope here is that we can get this trailer back on its wheels without crushing it.
We're gonna hopefully get enough gap on the bottom side in order to get some straps underneath it.
Once we can get under, it goes into the end of the yellow, then we pass the yellow underneath and up.
A feed truck,
Are you ready?
Yep, go.
crucial to the farming community, is at stake.
More on yours. They're quite specialized vehicles. Us damaging it more, not an option.
In the Fraser Valley,
Holy.
Aggressive's first play on a tricky recovery is snarled.
Merv.
I put one of my auxiliary winches to do the roll.
I never liked those cables.
No.
Ever.
Subsequently, applied way too much force to my little cable and sent her to the moon.
Is this grade 70? We were doing really good there, Merv.
Jason and Merv quickly regroup.
My main winch has a bigger cable, and we'll use that in order to get our roll started, to get our straps wrapped around it.
But with 80,000 pounds,
I can see underneath, put a yellow around it.
now suspended
Oh yeah, beauty.
by Aggressive's 2 rotators,
Well, I'll throw a string under, you hook the string.
there's a new risk to contend with. The feed truck's fragile aluminum tank.
Just go into here. The strap's got to go up and over though, right? Otherwise, we'll crush all that.
There's not a lot of strength in these trailers. These things are designed to haul maximum amount of payload and be very lightweight while they're doing it.
See it, Jodo? Okay.
He's got it.
Hold on, tie that to that strap, Rob.
You apply too much force to one point and you can ripple it, you can break it.
Bring the strap up. See how far we need.
Rigging for the roll.
Chute's gonna give us issues.
Merv has another concern.
Is it just hanging?
Yeah.
These grain trucks have a big 40-foot long auger pipe on them.
The pivoting chute
That could come out, hit our rigging, or break off and cost the customer more money.
It's on the ground right now.
is a wild card.
My strap was on the outside, we put tension on it, it would bring it up into its cradle again.
I just worry about crushing it, that's all.
Yeah.
You're moving a lot of equipment up there to work on it, eh?
80 miles northeast.
Construction zone.
The shut down Coquihalla is blanketed in white.
Not a very good situation.
We're expecting 2 feet or more of snow.
Highways maintenance supervisor Curtis Brown.
Going to make it very difficult to keep construction going.
And his army of plows.
Hey guys, I've got 2 trucks that are heading this way now.
Clear roads for the rebuild.
Okay, thanks.
With cold temperatures, it's going to be quite the task for my crew out there to maintain it just to keep construction flowing.
The road's gone.
Earlier this month, severe flooding.
Yeah, I heard it washed out there.
Left more than 20 sites on the Coke in need of repair.
There's hundreds and hundreds of people out here working every single day and night. We're doing our best to get our equipment up, operators in it. When you get down to Automite here where the excavator is, I'm gonna get you to dump off like a ton of sand. The excavator starts crawling down and starts sliding.
For the repairs that we need to do to get the Coquihalla open for the winter, that's our main goal here.
It's one of the most important corridors.
Right there should be good.
And when you've got to manage that, that's a tall order to fill.
Good stuff, thank you very much.
Pictures are all full of water still.
My oh my, what water can do to damage things.
To the west,
You're gonna get jammed up?
the Aggressive crew
What's it stuck on?
On the rubber.
has come up with a strategy.
Murph,
to rein in a feed truck chute.
Can we strap it there?
That's what I'm gonna wrap a chain around it.
Because I'd rather have some down force on this outrigger.
If we start flipping this vehicle over and this thing's not tied down, that could come out and hurt one of our staff.
On the 80,000-pound transport,
I think we got her. Pull it as he cables out.
the complex rigging is set.
He's got it under there now.
We're gonna rely heavily on the strap that we just put around the back to finish the rollover and bring it up.
Hours into the job,
It's gonna jump in a minute, right?
it's time.
Okay, you ready? A little more on the low?
Yeah.
To attempt the roll.
A little more on yours. Keep going. Okay, hold it.
Multiple lines to the load with multiple points of contact. You're applying a ton of force in order to make this thing try to come over.
I know I don't like that.
Yeah, they got aggressive tow line there.
In Abbotsford,
I know I don't like that.
it's the moment of truth in Aggressive's bid to save a fragile feed truck.
Watch that line.
Okay, hold it.
If you use too much force on aluminum sidewalls like these trailers have, you'll just put the chain right through it.
Precise handling
Boom out. Boom out.
of high lines rigged to straps is paying off so far.
Let's put an 8-foot endless loop this way into that rim and you just pick up and let it come into you.
That's what I'd say.
Nice and tight too, eh?
The next obstacle is flood-soaked ground.
So just leave it loose, hook onto that thing.
We're dealing with muddy conditions, super muddy conditions.
Just pick it up so you can come into it, right?
Yeah.
We just got to keep on moving it closer to the roadway, back onto solid ground.
If we pull on the nose one that you have,
Might pull it ahead.
it'll try chasing you.
I'll be back here.
£80,000.
Okay. Pull your butt up a little.
Finally touches blacktop.
Yep. You're on solid.
For us to be able to go in, get it back on its wheels with little to no more damage, that's a good accomplishment.
What do you want me to do? Pull it ahead now?
Yeah. Now we're just gonna spin Jason around. Pull it forward. That's it. All in all, I'd say 8.5 out of 10. We had one casualty. Thanks, Rob.
The hometown victory will help the farming industry rebuild.
Treacherous has been here for 30 years, and we're always very happy to satisfy the community.
This is our backyard. Being able to come out here and help these guys get things right again is a good feeling.
Oh, Fraser did a good job. Oh, that's good news.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell,
Welcome to the Highway 7 parking lot.
the reliable mission team
Hold on.
battles big rigs on the rocks.
Watch out.
Trouble on a farm
Holy.
has MSA on tricky ground.
Oh, no.
And an urgent mission
The hospital needs that trailer.
sends Jamie's crew up the closed coast.
Holy cow.